Hi again, everybody, and welcome to a Thanksgiving week edition of the Perry's Inside Scoop. We're in Coach Brown's office getting set for the Cuse in Miami. It's in the Dome Saturday at 3:30. Coach, last week we brought out the Perry's, and you in particular dug into that Friendsgiving or Fransgiving.
Friendsgiving ice cream. It was really good.
Yeah. Almond kind of ice cream with swirls and cookie dough in there. Outstanding stuff.
I let it melt, and it was almost like having a milkshake later on.
Love it. That should be on everybody's Thanksgiving table. So, couple more wins in a row here. UConn goes down in the Dome Saturday, 8-3, heading into this big showdown Saturday. In your day-to-day approach, how do you handle success? Come back, you know that obviously there are more goals to achieve. How do you keep everybody on task?
Just horse blinders, do the same thing. There's a process that we put in place in the beginning of the year that we follow, win, lose, or draw, and just being able to follow that process and stick to that process. And doing it by example, being dark, but by example, being able to exemplify that. So that way our players have a model and they have someone, okay, how do we do this? Well, Coach does the same thing every day. Coach is doing the same pieces. So we just stick to the script. We're focused today, excited about going out to have practice on Wednesday.
One of these ways that this game frames up, two hugely explosive offenses, top two passers in the country in Kyle McCord and Cam Ward of Miami. Kyle has done seemingly everything right to this point. Do you have to speak to him at all, or how do you speak to him? And I'm sure he has his own input. 1 versus 2 and going this individual matchup, but they're not on the field at the same time. Do you feel like you have to match wits here? And what's the approach in the quarterback matchup?
No, we just gonna do our thing. I think the defense has to do that part, and then their defense has to go out and be able to play against him. But honestly, Syracuse is about to go play against Miami. We locked in on just having the opportunity to go and play against these guys. I mean, they're both good football players, but I think both of those guys are mature, they're pros, so they're just going to go with the normal procedure and be able to play ball. I hope so. That's what we just look for. We look to be able to play a good football game, not really worrying about, him worrying about that guy or that guy worrying about him. I think that's why they're two of the best, because they can focus on what happens.
Sure, both have been so significantly consistent this year and successful throughout. Kyle is right on the brink here of setting new records. Already has the single-season passing record. His next touchdown is a school record. You right from the jump knew this was the guy and everything. Was this in the vision, this part of it, that he'd be, he's going to go down as an all-time great here at Syracuse, let alone having a good year for you this season?
Yeah, that's what I envisioned. That's why we came here. I mean, I don't think anyone envisioned him coming here and not being successful, not being a success. I just didn't. I felt like I fell short for him in reference to giving him opportunities to play in the conference championship and in the college playoffs. So those two things came up a little bit short, but he's definitely came here and helped us and allowed us to put the program back on the map and have national recognition again, what Syracuse deserves. So hat goes off to him, and our praises due to him and his family.
That, for a point of fact, is what Miami is playing for this week. If Miami wins, they are in the ACC championship game against SMU in Charlotte next week. But so you're just shy of that, but the idea that when you're coming here, you want to create big games. There's a buzz around this game. First of all, Miami playing here for the first time since '02 is notable in its own right. But in essence, your team is just outside of the top 25, 2 ranked teams, 2 teams with 8 wins plus and up. That just hasn't happened around here. We're talking some 30 years. I know that's the goal and you wanted to have it, but is there a moment of satisfaction where you're able to kind of enjoy the achievement to get to this point, and does that focus you for the task ahead?
I just want to keep my horse blinders on and finish through the finish line. We just got to sprint through the finish line. That's what we've been talking about all week. I'm really just focused on that. All those other things, it's hard for me to understand that. I guess when the season's done, I'll have to be able to sit back and reflect on everything, but the goal was to go to the national championship, and by that not happening, that's just I got to continue to play, continue to develop men, because that's the number one thing that I'm doing while I'm here right now, is developing young men and making sure they stick to the script of everything else that's needed academically, faith, their families, just being good citizens, making sure that we're taking care of our community service and stuff like that. But I guess I'll reflect on the season afterwards. But I'm just focused on going to play Miami this week. I get to play another good football team,
Sure.
you know. So it's important that we go out and we play our best brand of ball.
All right, let's get into the game for a minute here. Miami's on the field. Cam Ward, outstanding quarterback, figures to be a high draft pick and all of that. What challenge is top of mind in the biggest presentation?
I mean, he's just a good football player, so you just want to try to eliminate him. So that way he doesn't just have a lot of explosive and things. So we just want to be able to limit Cam Ward. I mean, we just want to go compete, though. You know, I'm happy that we're playing against Cam Ward. I'm happy we're playing against Miami. It's just, it's cool to be going against all those dudes. So we about to go have fun, man. Like, I don't really know no other way. Him and Kyle are two of the best quarterbacks in the country. So, you know, you get to see that matchup, but you also get to see our receivers. You know, you get to see their receivers. You get to see our running back, who's really good. They got good running backs. You get to see our tight end, their tight end. So it's Syracuse against Miami, you know what I'm saying? And then in my first year, I get to go against Mario Cristobal. So we're going out there to compete. I mean, they're coming here to play football. I'm pretty sure they're in there saying, you know, it's about them. It's not about us. And we're here practicing our butt off to see what happens when it comes. So I'm ready to play, though. That's why I want to make sure you understand and everyone else knows that we want to play football. You know, it's a good team coming, so you want to be ready to play and you want to just be able to put your best foot forward.
Well, it's so awesome to have meaningful games at this time of year, last game of the regular season, and just all that goes about this week. Thanksgiving itself, feeling thankful, feeling prepared, feeling, you know, with your favorite people around you, it all goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited about Thanksgiving. We get to eat tomorrow. I'm really excited about practice today, but then we get to practice tomorrow morning also and go through all that stuff. And then as a team, we'll all be together. You know, everybody be at different coaches' houses, eating, watching Thanksgiving football, and just going through the film. You know, making sure that we've done things right in practice to get ready to finish out that fourth quarter and then going on to the next day.
I was always curious about that because you got your 110 whatever guys that you want to account for. Split up by position groups or not necessarily?
I think I got like 4 position groups coming to my house, 3 going to others. So going to Coach E had a D lineman at his house. I'm with Coach Nick, and everybody go to different houses. So you know, everybody be going all over. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think a lot of the kids are going to hit several houses, they were already saying, so they'll go to several places.
Calories.
Yeah, without a doubt. So it's gonna be fun though, man. It's always a great day, and then for families to get together, you got a lot of players, families coming into town, and they're more than welcome to go by the coaches' houses also. So we just want to make sure that we keep everything the same way it was when we recruited you and told you that, you know, you'll be welcome and open to our home. That when you come in town to watch your son play, you're able to come to either my house or any other coach's house and sit down and have Thanksgiving meal also.
Will you be putting an apron on? Do you have any secret skills in the kitchen?
Yeah, I just taste everything. I'm the tester. I have to make sure it's done the right way. I'll taste everything, and then secret is to go back and eat later at night. Like let everybody else eat. Then I go back and I get my macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes, and eat those later. My mom Shay makes really good sweet potatoes. My wife makes really good mac and cheese, so kind of mix both of those together. And I'm more of a ham. I don't really eat the turkey. Yeah, turkey sometimes. Turkey's pretty good though. I just kind of leave that to everybody. I usually eat that the next day when you make a turkey sandwich.
The most underrated part of the holidays, obviously, is the leftovers, and you know, jam that together. So 3:30 game, which the last couple games have been nooners. So 3:30, perfect opportunity to make that leftover sandwich. Get your way to the Dome. Myron Victory Court opens at 1:30. The quad walk with the team just prior to that, and everybody has a day on Saturday, 3:30 kickoff against the U. Historic that Miami comes to town as a nationally ranked team at 10-1. The 8-3 Orange look to knock them off to close the regular season. Coach, thanks. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Appreciate it. You also.
And don't forget that Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving.
Put that up on your Thanksgiving table as well from perrysicecream.com.
Happy Thanksgiving.